so we can see everyone. That's there, and I can be there. We might as well just film a time lapse while we're chilling too, because we don't have any bottles to fill, right? So we could do that really quick, get this going. Hey Clint, what's up, dude? How you feeling? How you feeling today? How's life? How's everything? Saw the good news about your doctor's visit yesterday. Stoked that all went well. It's interesting, cause I feel that when I don't stay up on like my stretching and stuff like that, and my core exercises, whenever the weather changes, oh my gosh, I can really feel it. It's just awful. Like my lower, because I've had back surgery, so like my lower back and just like my entire basically lower back just aches, and I'm just like, oh, don't want to get out of bed. And the only thing that really helps is just being in like a hot bath or something. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Heck yeah, that's very awesome. Congratulations. It's an awesome accomplishment. And it's interesting. I don't know if you're okay with. I'll just tread lightly here, so I don't say your personal information on my feed too. But one of the medications you're on, I've only heard that for, or one of the medications you took or taking, I've only heard that for dogs. And so when you said that, I was like, oh wait a second, I know that word. That's wild, dude. Like in a cool way. Like sorry, my California lingo here kind of might get a little misinterpreted. I'm gonna go put this up on my car really quick, because where I'm parked would be a cool shot for a nice time lapse. So I just want to get that going really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, we're here. We're back. Hey everyone, we're up to 10 now. Perfect. Okay, I'm glad we got a little bit of an audience here, because I want to talk about something. And you'll see it in today's video if you guys are subscribed to my channel. New video comes out every single day at 12 p.m. But this happened yesterday on a run. And as you guys know, like I love motivating people. I love motivating as much as I like picking up trash out there. And so for me to get like at home like labeled as this like terrible jerk asshole person, kind of like, wait, what? That's not all what happened. So yesterday I'm running, right, having a great fantastic run, ended up getting my third fastest mile time, 7:33. Thank you. So I'm running on my way back, and there was this guy. He was in his like 40s, right, and he was standing in front of his house with his mom, like walking her to her car, and he just had to make this like super passive aggressive comment towards me, like, oh, I wish that could be me. And like I'm saying, like I like motivating people while I'm out there, and so I'm just like, hey man, you know, running's free, anyone can do it. And he's like, you don't understand. Like he comes back at me super hard. I weigh 254 pounds, blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, hey man, like maybe if you ran or walked, you wouldn't weigh that much. And then he just lost it on me. Started cussing me out, calling me all these terrible names, and I'm just like, what the heck, dude? Like, did I strike a nerve that hardcore that it caused this reaction from you, dude? Like what? I'm just honestly speaking the truth here. Like if you go out and exercise or move your body to 30 to 45 minutes every single day, you'll see some improvement. And it's just it's and I talked about it in the video. Like it's funny how people feel like they can say anything they want to skinny people, like anyone that's like active, right? But then if you say anything slightly negative about them or anything like motivating or like hey, you can actually change your life, it's this open field for them to talk shit on you and say whatever they want. And I just don't get it. There's giant hypocrisy going on with that, and it's like I know everyone that's overweight or whatever, like they're not all the same. There's a lot of people out there that want to improve their life and change their life, but for this guy to start cussing me out while I'm just out there running and enjoying my life and trying to constantly improve my day, it's unreal. I don't get it. And he didn't look disabled or have anything going on, and I know plenty of disabled people that don't see that as a disability. They still figure it out. It's called adaptive athletes. And it's like adapt and overcome. That's the American way, right? Or just any kind of way. You shouldn't let anything stop you from doing what you want to do. And I couldn't believe it. And then this morning I was talking with my mom, and it was about being like happy, and I'm like, yeah, I consider myself a really happy person. And then she's like, yeah, until you see a fat person trying to walk. And I'm like, then you start cussing them out. I'm like, wait a second, hold the phone here. You're changing the narrative here to fit your beliefs or whatever. You weren't even there, and B, that's not at all what happened. Like if my mom would even bother watching my YouTube videos, she would see how every single video is about motivating people, encouraging people to do something every single day to make yourselves better than you were yesterday. I mean, that's how I end every single freaking video. Yeah, exactly. I want to talk about our dads here too in a sec here, Clint. Because when you were talking about him the other night, your dad, I was like, oh my gosh, we have the same father. But I just couldn't believe it. Like, and then I called my mom out too. I'm like, you're wrong. That's not all what happened. Like you're lying. And she started just laughing, like, haha, whatever, no big deal. You caught me up in a lie, but that's whatever. It's like, come on, dude. Like, you see that a lot nowadays. When people are held accountable and get called out for their BS, they just laugh it off, like, haha, whatever, no big deal. You got me. Well, it's like, what happened to the age-old saying that honesty is the best policy? You know? It's mind-blowing. Sorry, I have to wear these blue light blocking glasses when I look at my screen, or else my eyes just start to really burn. Yeah, it's crazy that then my mom's like advocating for this stranger who decided to go out of their day to cuss me out. Like, mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. So you'll see it in today's video. I talk about, or today's video that comes out, like I talked about it and stuff, and I couldn't believe it. Like this dude he just saw me having fun out there and was just like, ooh, target number one. And I texted my buddy, about it, and I was like, do you think I should send him David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me, as an Amazon gift, so then they don't know who sent it? Like, and he started laughing, like, haha, that was funny. But yeah, so circling to you, Clint, circling back to you about you and your dad, like, you were telling the story about how your dad would he would throw stuff and just lose his temper and stuff. You also have blue eyes too, don't you? Got blue eyes. But so for like my dad's story here, a little over a year ago, we were rebuilding the front end on his truck, and it was going really, really smoothly. But there's this like special kind of clamping tool that you got to use to put ball joints back in for pressed ones. And it screwed up and it tore the ball joint and broke it. And yeah, it's a $60 part on an older F-150, but at the end of the day, it's still a ball joint. You know, it's not that big a deal. It wasn't an issue where we had to break apart the entire front end, take off the A-arms and stuff like that, or I'd have to take it to a machine shop for them to like fix. You know, like yeah, it sucks having to buy a new ball joint, but at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. And that ball joint breaking just absolutely sent my dad into a spiral. He started kicking his truck. He started throwing tools. He started screaming outside. Then he goes inside the house and just starts screaming and yelling and crying and throwing this massive, massive hissy fit. And I'm just like, what the heck, dude? Over a single ball joint? Like, the project went 90% perfect, but this one little error just looking for an excuse to just lose your mind. And then the next day he didn't have a voice because he was screaming so much. And it's just unreal. I know I'm only 34 and I don't have all the years of experience, but one thing I've learned that is when things aren't going bad or things aren't going right, getting frustrated does not make it any easier. And throwing your tools and potentially breaking your tools doesn't make the job any better. It doesn't make you feel, sure, it might feel better just to throw something right then and there, but at the end of the day, no, it's not productive at all. And getting frustrated at a project only makes it worse. It's not going to go more smoothly. Like the project's not, the truck didn't look at my dad and be like, "Oh, you're frustrated, Dad? Well, you know what? Let's just go easier here on the project now. Sorry for turning up the difficulty too bad, but we'll turn it back down." I don't know, man, Clint. When you said that story about your dad, I was like, "Oh my gosh, we have the same father." And it's just sad. Ever since COVID, my dad has just turned into this really sad shell of himself. He's not who he was anymore. He would rather just sit in his room all day on his iPad. Like, I don't want to get into politics too much, but he loves MSNBC. So that's like his only news source. So whatever they say goes, and in my opinion, MSN is like for the left, like Fox News is for the right, right? Like they're pretty radical, and he just loves it, and anything they say goes, and he just treats it as the holy word, and it's just sad. Like, sure, it's good to get your information or somewhere your news right, but it's also important to cross reference and see other things and try to get the whole picture instead of just using one thing to paint the picture. If that makes sense. I like this app here. I'll pull it up really quick. It's called Ground News, and let me see if I can find a good one. That's kind of whatever. So this one. So the cool thing about this app is it will show you the news source, but it will also say what side it's leaning, like right, center, or left. And you can actually swap here between the different headlines to just get a little see what like each side is saying about it. And I think that's super interesting. It will also tell you like who's reporting on what. So you can see like the breakdown. Like this news story has a 23% right political bias coverage and stuff. I don't pay for it, so I can't see like all of the different things, but for the free version, it works really well, in my opinion. So like that's something I like to use. But any news source or any kind of stuff like that, any media outlet, yeah, exactly, Clint. Read between the lines and you'll find the truth. That I couldn't have said it better myself. Isn't there a song to us like that? Like, I can't remember it. 3 fingers in the air, read between the lines, and you'll. I don't know. But yeah, it's just wild. And then, I don't know. That's enough ranting and raving for today. But yeah, when he did that with this truck, I couldn't believe it. Like this isn't how you. And I've definitely been there myself. And he's like, that's not how we act, And it's taken me a while to fully understand that concept, right? Even when I was working out on the farm, getting frustrated never made the job any easier. I remember I had to change out a fuel filter on a big water truck, and if you couldn't get it the cap on there perfectly like level or something, like some air would get in, and you know, I was getting frustrated and started cussing at this water truck, and obviously it never got, well, it didn't, almost it never got fixed. But that day the job didn't get completed. And you know, if I kind of would have just taken a step back and chilled out a little bit, you know, reevaluate the situation, I think it would have gone a lot smoother. And I think that's kind of the way everyone should take it, or you know, approach things. Like if you're starting to get frustrated, just that's the universe's way of telling you to take a break. Like you can come back to this. What kind of music? Can you guys hear that music that Jeff's playing? I don't want it to affect the stream, but it sounds just like kind of like royalty-free heart music, for lack of a better word. But yeah, so that's my last 12 hours. Right? Blacksmithing, I like watching those videos on YouTube. They do some really amazing stuff. And it's cool seeing how there's like a rhythm to it. I never would have guessed at that. But you know, like they hit in a specific way for a rhythm. Like that's freaking neat. Just the headlines too. Like, I don't know how I got signed up for People News, but distracted bride goes viral after wedding guest refuses to take screaming baby out of a child-free ceremony. Why would, okay, so the guests knew it was a child-free ceremony, but they decided to bring the kid anyways? Like, if you can't go to this without bringing your child, then just don't go, you know? People are pretty selfish. Last night we had a, I don't know if you guys know, so I live in, I live on the Central Coast, close to, what are you listening to?
What?
What are you listening to?
Classical music, but with like a kind of like a modern rock kind of version. So this is Thunder Kiss with cellos.
Nice.
Well, I just felt like listening to something different today.
I feel that. Right? That's very true, man. If I could, too bad you're not here, Clint, because you could fix this problem for me, I feel like. This is my everyday carry pocket knife, and the tip got bent, right? And I asked my dad, I was like, hey, can you fix this? And now the tip is just like this, right? So there isn't really much of a point at all to it. It's like duller than a dull. I'm not sure if that's a fixable thing, if they could just kind of like rework the blade and fix it or not, but it feels really weird not having my pocket knife in my pocket. I forgot it at work the other day in my oh, that's another thing, Clint. I too also freaking love wearing overalls. I've been seeing you wearing them in your videos lately, and I was like, I'm an overall wearer too. I bought those a little over a year or so ago, and when I started working out on the ranch, I wore them every single day, and it was so nice. And like, don't you want to wear coveralls? I was like, no, I got them. These are made to get dirty. They're made, it's Carhartt, it's workwear. It's not fashion wear. These are made to get dirty, and those things were so nice because it was so freaking cold every morning. Grab Gyarados before it's gone. So yeah, okay, so that's what I was talking about. So I live by Vandenberg Air Force, or Space Force Base. Nice. Can I just mail it to you? We need to get you a P.O. box so people can start sending you stuff. But this morning at 1 a.m. I heard like this rumble, and the house is kind of shaking just a little bit. Hey, Parveen, is that how you say it? How's it going today? Hope you have a fantastic day. And they shot off a Minuteman rocket, which is the ones that they use to, like, if North Korea or Russia or someone else is shooting a nuke at us, we have these rockets that can actually intercept them and blow them out of the sky, more or less. At least in theory, right? So every so often they like to test them just to make sure they're working. You know, because these rockets are from like the 70s or 80s. They're pretty old stuff, but they still work pretty good. I do feel bad for they ship them out towards the Marshall Islands, which is kind of over there by Guam a little bit. I'm doing pretty good today. How about yourself? I feel great. The weather's perfect today. Body's feeling great. Head's feeling great. No soreness, you know? Can't complain. Hopefully you're feeling also as good. But they shoot them at these like islands. I mean, they do intercept rockets, but it's like, well, what the heck? Are we thinking about the reefs and fishies and all that stuff, you know? It's a double-edged sword here. You know, trying to protect our country's defense or protect our country, but also care about the environment, you know? Nice. That's awesome, man. A walking staff is important. It's a fun thing to have. I used to carry one when I was go out hiking, but then it just got to be a little too cumbersome. Someone just left a comment on a video. Let's see what they said. I think it was on one of my videos. So, Inside Edition posted a video saying they're trying to fearmonger, saying that go-karts are dangerous for kids. And I left a comment saying, it's completely fine. People that think this is bad are most likely terrible drivers behind a real car. And this person commented back, Alan Diego Villalobos, you are wrong about the last part of this statement, but you must know that, ... I hope. Like, you're probably a terrible driver. I don't even respond to people like that, and it's just like, and like my comment is the top comment right now, like the most liked. Yeah, some people are so dumb on YouTube. Do you want to know something about World War II? Oh gosh, I don't really know too much about World War II. There is a funny. Do you know who Shane Gillis is? He's a comedian. He made this joke about World War II, and he's like, you know, when you start watching World War II on the History Channel, that's a precursor for being turning into a Republican. I just thought that was pretty funny. Shane Gillis is really funny. I like that guy. He cracks me up. And if you can't laugh at both sides of the thing, both sides of the coin, then you probably just got to stick up your hiney hole, you know? Like, we need humor to get by. Humor makes the body feel good. Of course. Siege Clint, have fun out there. Have fun charging your phone. Hold on, let me finish this text and I'll absolutely answer that question. One of my friends needs a ride for a medical thing next week, and I was like, oh, I got you for sure. So good on MPG. Take a picture of it. Okay, I'm back. So, Parveen, hopefully I'm saying that correct. Parveen? Parveen! Please tell me if I'm saying it wrong or correctly. So Flying 90 came from the flying stuff. When I first started this channel back in 2014, we just said 11 years. In 2014, I was just doing, or drones had just come out, right? And I was doing so much drone stuff, like I was obsessed with flying drones. And so that's where the flying part comes, and the 90 was just the year I was born. I wish there was a little bit more backstory to it, but yeah, that's really just it. You'll see it in my videos. I have a Neo, so when I'm out running at the weathers, they don't do so good in the wind, which is fine. It's whatever. When I'm running, I like to use that as a different camera angle and stuff, just to mix it up. I do have a Mini 3 Pro. That's like my more cinematic drone. I really like flying that one. And then back in 2018, like the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, I was really into freestyle. Like I even have a Bot Grinder tattoo. If you guys know who that is, look up Bot Grinder. Yeah, love flying freestyle, but it's kind of hard nowadays because all of I have one that's still, it's been so long since I've done it that I don't even know if the stuff works. I need to buy new batteries for it. I bought a new, what they call a Whoop. I think I have one over here actually as for an example. I do. This hoard stuff here at the college, or my job. So this is what they consider a Whoop. And I bought a new one because I flew this one forever and it was so awesome. I really, really loved it. Is this one mine or is this one my dad's? I can't remember, to be honest. Silver. I loved flying. I flew so much that the motors went bad. I replaced the motors a few times and then it finally crashed out. Here's another one. This is a Beta 75. So a little bit bigger, but has a better camera. I flew it so much that it all just crapped out, right? And it fell right out of the sky. So then I finally bought another one from Newbie Drone, and just with so much time that went by, it was all different, and I couldn't figure out how to program it. And so I just got really discouraged and haven't flown in quite some time. It makes me sad. I really miss it. So I was kind of thinking about picking up a DJI Avata, the second one, because you can fly FPV with that right out of the box. But for that, you'd have to buy the $600 drone. It comes with like the Fly More combo kit for $1,100 with goggles, the drone, and then the little nunchuck controller. But I want to get the actual controller. So I don't know. I don't really want to spend that much money on something like that. Like, yeah, I could use it to capture like cinematic stuff, but at the end of the day, it's still a toy for flying that way. So I don't know. If you guys want, you could help get me one of those by buying something in my merch store. I do have a merch store with tons of designs and logos. Kind of a little of this and a little of that for everyone. and all the prices are it's a cheaper shirt than you'll ever. I can post a link to it. It's cheaper than any other shirt you'll see for a person on YouTube selling. Check it out here. Let me pull it up. Better shirt you'll see for a person on YouTube selling. Bam! That is my merch store. And to be completely honest, I've never, since I've been going live lately, I've never had anyone buy anything off the merch store. The only person to ever buy anything from my merch store has been my dad and my girlfriend. But that's okay. I'm not here to sell merch. Yes. Bang. Two. I can time it. It's perfect. So, up at like 30-ish. Yeah, that's me. That's me, my merch store. I'm on today's what, 107? 106, 107? My goal was to go 100 days straight of vlogging, and we did that. We made that goal. So now I'm just like, well, I'm still gonna make a video every single day. Like, that's not stopping, but I stopped counting or saying like, welcome to day 105, right? So I'm trying, my goal now is to get to 365 days. And, okay, so the current vlog streak's at 100, so today's 109. 109 days in a row. And we have an hour and 13 minutes before today's video comes out. Which is awesome. We're moving right along. We really need more people. More people are disagreeing with me. I love it. People who hard disagree. People who are against things like this simply have common sense. I should comment back, but you never get anything out of you never get anything out of people. And it's funny how you can see on YouTube now people's recent comments. Where they comment, and they're just going around commenting like negative things on all these videos. This person, they left a comment on the video. Highly irresponsible. Adults shouldn't be racing cars or boats or anything else either. Expensive time, energy, money, productivity, unnecessarily reckless. There is no upside. It's only detrimental to people and the planet. And their channel is about Keijo's gift shop. We have the nerdy, witchy, and nostalgia stuff you didn't know you needed. But they don't even have a website. Like, what the heck? People are weird. They're from Florida too. Losers. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're into that kind of stuff, you're not a loser. But these people are definite losers. Maybe they'll come onto our live stream and see that we're live, and then want to come talk shit to us. That would be awesome. I welcome that full heartedly. Because we're here just to spread positivity and kindness. And yeah, you're back. Welcome back. You check out the merch store. We're just reading more comments of people that disagree with us about racing. Gosh, so in what's today? The 19th. In 11 more days, I'm finally getting a little beard trim. Like I gotta cut off these little straggly guys down here at the bottom, and my freaking mustache is just out of control. I can't wait to get that fixed. And I don't trust myself to trim my beard and hair. Like my hair is long too. A lot of people. It's funny. A lot of people think that is the fire department the emergency medical services. Kind of confused by your question. Here. Firefighters are EMTs, but Cool. Writing it in my planner right now. So it's yeah. I would say MS is yeah. Is yeah. You call 911 and ask for medical. Gosh, so where I sit is, that's a.
Think you need some help on the corner of the apparatus bay.
That'd be cool. We can do that.
What?
um.
I think you need some help that flag on the corner of the apparatus.
Oh. I thought you were talking about my GoPro.
Oh. Oh.
It would be cool if we could put that big flag up on the wall, like fly it from up here and.
What do you mean, on the outside of the building?
Yeah. But like with a big flagpole, like the Chevy dealership has.
It's pretty massive.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, no. Okay, so I live in the, where I live. I do live in the valley too, but I work on top of the hill on the valley, so the wind always just always just blows my direction and gosh, absolutely destroys my allergies. What's today? 16, 17, 18, 19, 26. Heck. Doctor. Bam. Shabam. I like being able to do things for my friends like that. You live in Pakistan? How's that? That's nice. One of my dear friends, I don't see him anymore. I need to find him. He was from Pakistan. His name was Sunny, and he was the nicest, friendliest guy ever. He worked at the gas station in my little village. And he was so friendly. I always really enjoyed seeing him every day. And then apparently he moved back to Pakistan back in like 2014, 2015. And a new owner took over the station. And so I was asking him, like, well, whatever happened to Sunny? And he just looked at me and was like, didn't he move back to Pakistan? And I was like, he's like, no, he works at the Chevron up in Santa Maria. And I'm like, what? So I need to make a trip up there to go find him. I think I found where the station is, the gas station. So it shouldn't be too hard, but I don't want to drive up all that way and then he's like off that day, you know? No, I don't have his number. When I met him, this was kind of before cell phones were around and social media was around, but I don't know, he was like an older gentleman, right? And we just had a connection from just going into the gas station and that. And I remember he had these really awesome bowls that he brought back from Pakistan, I believe, and would sell them at the farmer's market, but they were kind of like collapsible wooden ones, and you could just like pull them up and they would just like, and they would do that, or you could twist them, I think. They were just really intricate and really awesome. I wish I could have gotten one, but at the time they were a little expensive for me to be able to afford, you know. Yeah, I always think about him all the time, and every time I go into that gas station, I'm like, oh man, I miss Sonny. He was a really nice guy. You have one? Oh, that's awesome. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's super cool. Very weird. Very weird. I am 34. How about yourself? Is that crazy for being 34? Do I look younger than I am? Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I can't really tell if that's a compliment anymore though, because 20-year-olds are looking like in their 40s. So when someone be like, "Oh, you look so young," and it's like, well, I don't know if that's a good thing or not anymore. It used to be a good thing to be like, oh wow, you're that old, but then you look so young. It's like young people used to look young, but now young people are looking really, really old. But you know, I take care of myself. I exercise every day. You're 20, nice. So you know what I'm talking about then, or do you think that's just hate from the older generation that are making up these claims? Um, yeah, I don't know. I run every single day. I try to eat pretty healthy. Smile, and I laugh, I joke, stuff like that. That's what contributes to vitality. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm 100% clean and sober. You know. This is how I enjoy living. Livin, living. What kind of stuff do you like to do over in Pakistan as far as like fun activities? Let's just see here. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. What are the top 10 things to do in Pakistan for fun? This is the Garmin Instinct 3. I just got it actually. I just got it the other day. If you go on my channel, you'll see a video called "Saying Goodbye to My Garmin Watch," and it was actually because I got a new one. And I'm signed up for this ultra marathon in May, so it's going to be a 4-day race to get as many miles as I can. So I really needed a watch. My old one didn't have solar abilities, so I needed a watch that could get solar charged at the same time as it's doing its thing. So that's why I was upgraded. Okay, here's what ChatGPT. Sorry, my allergies are absolutely destroying me right now. Here's what ChatGPT recommends to do in Pakistan. And I apologize if I mispronounce these places. But let's see if you've been to any of these. Explore Hunza Valley. Visit this breathtaking valley in the Gilgit Baltistan, known for its stunning landscapes, lakes, and cultural heritage. You been to this one? Okay. Visit Skardu and the DOC National Park. There's some mountain lakes and high altitude plains, also called the Land of Giants. That's pretty neat. No, I haven't been to that one. Okay. Hike to Fairy Meadows and Nanga Parbat Base Camp, a paradise for trekkers. Fairy Meadows offers stunning views of the Killer Mountain, Nanga Parbat, the 9th highest peak in the world. Oh, that's really awesome. Okay, nice. Experience the Karakoram Highway. Drive on one of the highest paved international roads in the world, pressing through majestic mountains, rivers, and glaciers. Ooh, okay, that sounds really cool. Is Pakistan pretty close to like Kathmandu and Mount Everest? I think so, maybe, or like relatively close. Attend the Cholistan Desert Jeep Rally. Ooh, as a fellow Jeep driver, that piques my interest. Enjoy Karachi's beach life. Clifton Beach, French Beach, and Hawke's Bay offer fun-filled water activities, camel rides, and seafood feasts. Ooh, that sounds fun. Gosh, okay, the sun just got, or the clouds just got in the way of the sun. It's chilly now. But as soon as the sun gets away from the clouds, it'll be nice again. Explore the ancient ruins of Mohino, Daro, and Taxila. Sounds cool. Experience Lahore's vibrant culture. Okay. And witness the energetic Wagah border flag lowering ceremony. Go on a food adventure. Try mouth-watering Pakistani street food like Karachi's biryani, Lahore's paella, Peshar's kapilali kebabs, and Hunza's apricot dishes. Okay, okay. And number 10 is visit Swat Valley in Malam Java. Swat, known as the Switzerland of Pakistan, offers picturesque valleys in Malam Java, Pakistan's only ski resort. Interesting. Gosh, well, Pakistan just sounds like extremely dynamic and like diverse as far as all of your guys' landscapes and stuff and all that. That's awesome. That's super cool. I gotta get over there. I have to ask, like, how would someone that looks like me, like an American with a giant beard and like a white guy, right? How would I be like treated over there? You know, like I fully understand that, you know, like as a foreigner to a, you know, foreign country, especially American, right? You know, like, I'm here to represent. I'm over there like representing America, right? So it's in my best interest, obviously. Like, and this isn't just saying because my personality is just being a happy, kind, genuine guy, right? But like, I would want them to have a nice. Oh, you can get free food. Interesting. I'd want them to have a nice impression and be like, oh, this is how Americans are, you know, like just kind people, not just absolute jerks and arrogant. You see videos where, like on TV shows, where Americans go to foreign countries and they just act so freaking stupid, and it's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed as an American, the way they act over there, and it's just stupid. But it's nice that it says you said they'll love us or me. That'd be really cool. I'd love to get over there. I'm honestly really terrified to fly lately. I read this book called My Old Man in the Mountain. Why? Okay, sorry, I can't forget what I kind of forgot what I was saying. But why am I embarrassed? Because those are like my fellow countrymen people, right? And just the way they're acting, just is like, come on, man, have a little common sense and a little common decency, and just be courteous. Oh, okay. I completely forgot that. So Kathmandu and Mount Everest is by Nepal. So that's about 793 miles from Pakistan. Gotcha. Interesting. I'd like to go there though. That'd be super cool. All of it. Oh, why am I terrified of flying? Is that the question? Or is that your question? Yeah. Okay. So have you seen all these plane crashes lately? Seems like there's 2 or 3 plane crashes every single day. Like that one in Toronto is freaking gnarly. How it like the glide. I don't know anything about flying planes. I've flown model planes, right? But so I'm not trying to comment on this, but like, you know, the glide. It looked like the glide descent was wrong, and then the legs collapsed on impact, and then it started this giant fire, and then thankfully it was in the snow, but then the plane like rolled and it put the fire out, but then everyone when they stopped was like hanging upside down like bats. That's what they said. We were like hanging like bats. Like, wow, unreal. That's freaking gnarly. That's crazy. So I'm like, I'm good on flying for a bit until they figure it out a little better. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's like what? There's probably tens of thousands of flights going on every single day, right, without zero incident, but lately we've just been seeing more of it on TV. So there probably isn't anything to worry about, but at the same time too, like what? That's wild. But I do have my passport. Yeah. What's funny is like when I got my current passport, I took a picture and like I didn't have this beard, I was clean shaven. So now I'm worried about, you know, getting stopped at the airport and being like, "Are you sure you're you, sir?" And I was like, "Yeah, I grew a beard. So maybe It expires in 2028. So maybe by then I'll have to get a new. I'll obviously get a new passport and update my photo and keep this beard. But it's weird. Ever since I've had this beard, I just get hassled so much by law enforcement for the dumbest of things. Our city police are good. They don't really care unless you're doing something like totally jackass. But the California Highway Patrol, I got pulled over the other day. I was on my way to work. I got pulled over because I had a hitch-mounted bike rack. It's actually sitting right here because I took it off. See, man, thank you for commenting and being active in the chat. I really enjoyed our conversation. Maybe one day I'll be in Pakistan and just look for me. I mean, I'll be kind of easy to notice, right? I hope to run into you and hopefully get some great food and some kebabs. I'm excited. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm in my eye. Yeah, the other day I was on my way to work and I have a hitch-mounted bike rack that was on the truck and it was folded up, so you couldn't fully view the license plate, and I got pulled over for that. And he's like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I was like, "Well, is it because I went 60 around this like super dangerous turn?" He's like, "Oh no, it's because of your bike rack." That's a good question. I kind of go live here when I'm at work when I have bottles to fill, but we don't have any bottles to fill right now currently. So I was like, well, let's just go live and hang out and see what anyone has to say and see what anyone's doing. But I'm trying to go live on Sunday and make a Discord where people can send me like their videos and stuff that they've made, or like if they just like check this out, then we can like watch it together. Because I want to go off on my computer. Because the other day I was talking with one of our reviewers, Sam, about that. He's like, check out this helicopter. And it would have been so cool if I could have shown the video on my screen to everyone watching. Unfortunately, sorry, I don't really have a set schedule about going live. But if you do subscribe and hit the bell and turn on notifications, you will get a notification every time I do go live, right? So there is that, and every little bit helps for the channel. We only need... See you, Parveen. Have a fantastic evening and day, and just stay awesome. Yeah, Pakistan sounds super cool. We gotta get out there. We might just end it here. We got a little bit longer, 3 more minutes until an hour. You know, if you shake your phone, it will undo. If you like delete an email, you can shake your phone, and it will bring up the undo option. We're just running down the clock here. Yeah, 12 p.m. today. Our new video goes live 2 p.m. or 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I should clarify, because we're over here on the West Coast. This company called SoulSpang reached out to me yesterday, and they want to send me some boots to try out. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, 30 seconds to go here. So if we got any final thoughts for the live, or if more people start, if we get some comments here going and get the conversation going, then we'll stay on, because we're just chilling. The wind's coming up now. Probably eat some lunch and then go for a run here. I brought my running stuff to work today for a little lunchtime run. Yeah, other than that, today's been a pretty good day. Pretty low key here at the Fire Academy. Well, everyone, I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. It's been a good one. We had a lot of comments, a lot of activity. Learned a lot about Pakistan, so that was super cool. But I will say, if we get any bottles, we'll go back live if we get any. And we'll be filming bottles as we usually do. But I appreciate you guys. Please check out the video that comes on at noon. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Later!